Hello pet parents, I'm Robert Semro here at the 2014 BlogPaws Annual Conference in Lake Las Vegas, Nevada, having a blast, meeting so many wonderful people, pet parents, pet experts, and well, I'm joined by one of those wonderful people in the pet world. I've got to say, Dr. Patrick, it is always fun to run into you, Cardiff, Phil. You really do a lot in the pet world. Thank you for everything you're doing. Thanks for joining us. I want to talk about social media and how it plays into how you communicate things that are important to you.
Well, social media is a very important part of my business as a solo practitioner. I have to get the word out of what I do, and blogging actually helps me to do so. I take the issues that are important to me as a practitioner or cases that I might see in practice, and I try to share what I've learned from that with others. So it really actually helps me to promote my own business by contributing my veterinary content to websites and to companies.
Are there certain, I hate to use the word tactics, but certain things that work well for you in social media?
Sure. Well, I always start with the foundation of animal health. I want to really focus that I'm here to talk about animal health issues and topics in the news that also correlate with animal health and human health too. It's very important that, say, people don't get sickened by their pets or vice versa. So I always start off with that topic and kind of tangent off from there if needed. But at the same time, I have this platform, and I really try not to stray too much from the platform because I want to keep things very consistent and always focused on really the betterment of animals and therefore people.
Now, there are a lot of topics that I know you and I could talk about for a long period of time, but let's talk about things that are difficult to get out to the public, that they just are turning to the internet for, but maybe not finding the answers that they need, or maybe absorbing the information they need.
Well, I think the topics in veterinary medicine, we're always concerned about infectious disease, and there's a lot of information out there, and so I find I want to try to bring to light some of the topics that are maybe a little bit less glamorous or maybe a little bit harder for an owner to really commit to making sure their pet doesn't get sick from. For example, periodontal disease and obesity, the number 1 and 2 diseases we see in veterinary practice. A lot of people don't think about the serious implications they have for their pets. Rotting teeth allow bacteria to get into the blood that can cause all sorts of problems internally. Obese animals have more of a problems with mobility. Fat is its own inflammatory organ that promotes inflammation and therefore could create cancer. So it's really important to, on a lifelong basis, commit to keeping your pet's mouth clean and to keeping their body condition slim, and you'll probably spend less overall on their vet care. So I like to always bring up those kind of topics.
Well, you are a wealth of information, doing so many different things in the pet world. What's going on in Dr. Patrick's pet world these days?
Well, I'm fortunate that my veterinary practice has just been growing and growing. I have a concierge-style Los Angeles house call-based veterinary practice, so I've been able to work with some incredible people that I never thought I would have worked with before. Like, I've seen them in movies and I'm sitting on their couch sharing the same air with them as I'm doing acupuncture on their dog, so that's been pretty entertaining. And then just different opportunities to spread the word about what I'm doing. I'm working with Animal House, a hopeful show to be coming out in the coming months or years, depending on where things go with that, and working with companies as well that have synergy with my message in veterinary medicine, like the Honest Kitchen or the Spectrum Group, which makes a product called Vaxacheck. So really kind of establishing who are the companies that are making products that I think are very useful, that really fit my message of holistic animal health, and partnering with them to get the message out there.
Yeah, I really love Vaxacheck. What a great point there.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Cardiff. How is Cardiff doing?
Cardiff is doing great. So my dog Cardiff, who, if he hasn't been on camera, he will be at some point here. He's an almost 9-year-old Welsh Terrier, and he's battling lymphoma right now. But the good thing is that his cancer was removed, and now we're just treating him to make sure new little cancer sites don't pop up. So he's about 3/4 of the way done treatment and doing great.
That is great to hear. We saw him running around and bouncing around. Always great to see him. I mean, it's just so much fun. What do you get out of these conferences?
I think one of the best things about coming to these conferences is the networking opportunities. There may be people that you've met online or something like that through Twitter, through Facebook, or through relationships with companies, and you get to meet them in person and get to know them a little bit better individually, and then make new connections for places where maybe your message can get out further. And then also there's a lot of great educational opportunities about how to do your social media, your website, your Google notices better. So there's a lot of good stuff out there for anybody to learn from.
Well, there's certainly a lot to learn from you. I want to make sure everybody has a great website address for you, so let's give it out.
Pretty simple. It's my first and last name together.com. It's Patrick Mahaney, MAHANEY.com.
Well, thank you as always for everything you're doing in the pet world. We really appreciate you joining us here at BlogPaws 2014.
Thank you.